from the CBS Bay Area studios, this is KPIX 5 News.
Welcome back to KPIX 5 this morning. Time now 6:30. I'm Melissa Caen.
Good morning. I'm Devin Fehely.
And Oakland police have been busy this morning dealing with so-called sideshows on the city's east side. One of the locations was near 42nd Avenue and Interstate 880. Several vehicles were towed from that area. Now, sideshows typically involve large groups of people gathered to watch illegal vehicle stunts on public roadways. The police say that rocks and bottles were being thrown at officers at some of this morning's sideshow locations. There are also reports of some gunshots and fireworks. Traffic may still be diverted from some of the affected areas.
A teenage girl is recovering this morning after being stabbed at a football game in Santa Rosa. Police say it happened during a fight Friday night when the victim confronted two other girls at Montgomery High School. The victim is expected to be okay. Police are still looking for the other girls involved in that fight.
And a judge now says that a North Bay kindergartner can keep bringing her cannabis-based drugs to school. 5-year-old Brooke Adams has a rare form of epilepsy, and she started using cannabis oil to treat her seizures. But the Rincon Valley School District in Santa Rosa said she could not have it with her on campus because of rules that ban marijuana at schools. The family took the issue to court, and a judge ruled on Friday that Brooke can use her medicine at school.
We go through so much to take care of my daughter, to get all the needs taken care of, and then having to fight for her right to go to school is beyond reasonable.
Her mother says that Brooke's seizures can sometimes last a couple of hours if she isn't immediately treated with the marijuana-based medications.
The Catholic Diocese of San Jose is now confronting the issue of sex abuse head-on. The diocese held a listening session yesterday, allowing parishioners and victims a chance to voice their concerns about the worldwide problem. Nearly 100 people attended yesterday's session, the first of 3 scheduled events hosted by Bishop Patrick McGraw. He's the head of the Archdiocese of San Jose.
I learned a great deal from that, and it is, to me, a very good beginning now of a process of where we hope it will lead us to some healing.
The bishop has promised accountability and transparency. He plans to release the names of any church personnel with credible accusations of abuse filed against them. A scary situation at a BART station. The Civic Center station in San Francisco had to be cleared out and closed temporarily last night after the platform started to fill with smoke. It was coming from a blown insulator on the rails. BART investigators say operations are running smoothly again.
And take a look at this. That's a geyser in San Francisco's Tenderloin district. Police tell us that a woman parked her van near Turk and Jones without setting the brake, so it rolled backwards onto the hydrant, shearing it completely off. There is now a hole in the pavement where the hydrant once stood. Thankfully, no one was hurt. A dog may have saved a man's life in a shooting on a Bay Area freeway, but now the animal's own life is in danger. The CHP says at around 7:30 on Friday night, a total of 9 shots hit a car on the passenger side as it headed east on 980 near the 580 interchange in Oakland. Now, bullet fragments hit the driver in the back of the neck, and a service dog named Layla was standing next to him in the car between the 2 front seats. Now, 2 of the bullets hit Layla instead of the driver. She is now in critical condition, and it's not certain that she will survive those wounds.
They said that she was mostly fluid in the lungs and stuff last night from the bullet that went in her shoulder, but this morning she started developing what they think may be some sort of spinal cord or other lower damage, that she can't feel pain in her legs, she can't move her tail.
The driver says Layla is a hero. He was taking care of Layla at the time and actually bringing her back to her owner. The driver is mystified as to why someone would shoot at him.
I have no enemies in the world that I know of, and theories have been floating around. It was a common car that maybe someone mistook for someone else's, a rental car, so maybe the previous renter. I have no idea.
So far, there are no suspects in the shooting.
A heads up if your late night commute takes you across the Golden Gate Bridge. Overnight lane closures on both directions are planned as crews work on a long planned suicide barrier. The closures will happen from 9 p.m. until 5 a.m. Monday through Thursday, and Friday from 10 p.m. to 7 a.m. The barrier is expected to be completed by 2021. In the East Bay, a major repair on BART is nearly complete. Since August, crews have been working on the weekends, upgrading a critical section of track between 19th Street and the West Oakland BART station. The work is expected to be completed later today.
And contractors around the country say they're facing a shortage of construction workers. And now the industry is looking for new ways to lure in laborers. According to an industry-wide survey, 80% of construction firms report having a tough time filling positions. Everyone from iron workers to carpenters are in short supply as older workers are retiring and high school graduates are choosing college over construction.
Educators or teachers or counselors and parents all feel that the construction industry is a low-paying career and it's a dirty career, and that's absolutely not the case.
The tight labor market is forcing contractors to offer better pay and benefits to attract workers. They're also using apprenticeship programs to attract and train new workers.
There's a heated debate in the city of Martinez over plans to open a marijuana business next to what many consider to be a youth center. Power Endurance is a fitness center where young children and student athletes gather to train after school and during the summer. When a medical pot business proposed to open next door in the same building, coaches and parents became concerned. Now, city council members are split on the issue.
And there's only about a 1-inch piece of sheetrock and some glass doors in between. It just isn't enough of a buffer.
The kids aren't going in there to buy it. It's the adults going in there to purchase it and then leave.
At issue is whether Power Endurance should be classified as a youth center. Under California law, marijuana businesses can't set up shop within 600 feet of a youth center or school. A Bay Area woman slipped and fell to her death while taking a selfie. It happened at Pictured Rocks National Lakeshore in Michigan. The Park Service says that 32-year-old Tu Nguyen from Sunnyvale was hiking by herself on Wednesday when she stopped to take selfies near the edge of a cliff. She fell 200 feet into Lake Superior. Kayakers dragged her to shore, but it was too late.
And a new wildfire is forcing evacuations in the mountains just south of Yosemite. The Oak Fire sparked yesterday afternoon and quickly spread to more than 250 acres near the community of Ahwahnee. It's about 15 miles from the southern entrance to Yosemite. So far, the fire is just 10% contained. Evacuations have been ordered in nearby communities. And in Southern California, an explosive fire is threatening about 100 structures north of Los Angeles. The so-called Charlie Fire has raced across 3,000 acres since it erupted yesterday. It is also just 10% contained.
Don't disturb the sharks.
That is the message from marine life officials as great whites get ready to make their annual migration to the San Francisco coast. The sharks typically concentrate around the Farallon Islands from September to November to feed on seals and sea lions. And officials with the National Marine Sanctuary are urging people not to use bait to lure sharks near their boats. They say that disrupts the animals' natural feeding habits.
A major street festival in San Jose today will provide plenty of fun and a few traffic headaches. Stretches of South 1st Street, Monterey Road, and Branham Lane will be closed to vehicle traffic until 4 this afternoon for the annual Viva Calle SJ. It gives people a chance to enjoy city neighborhoods by walking, biking, and skating without cars and trucks. This is some footage from last year's event. There will be 3 major activity hubs along the route: the Sofa Entertainment District in downtown, the Santa Clara Fairgrounds, and Marshall Cotto Park. Viva Calle SJ starts at 10 o'clock.
And fall just started this weekend, but San Francisco city officials know that winter is coming, so they are planning to open this winter park in front of City Hall. The centerpiece will be a 6,000 square foot ice rink. It'll be open from November 30th until January 6th.
It seems like the only questions are who will the A's play in the postseason and where, but Oakland hasn't officially clinched a playoff spot yet, as their magic number now stands at 1. The A's diehard is ready for the postseason, tied at 2 in the 9th inning. Twins pitcher Trevor Hildenberger, a former Bear, throws one way outside to allow Stephen Piscotty to score, and Oakland wins 3-2. They can clinch a playoff spot today with a win or a Tampa Bay loss. And the Giants and Cardinals tied at 4. Bottom 10, Tyler O'Neill takes Mark Melancon deep for a walk-off home run. St. Louis wins 5-4. O'Neill's teammates celebrate by ripping off his jersey. And the Oregon Ducks slowly leading his team out onto the field. Final second, Stanford trailing by 3. Jet Toner gets a game-tying 32-yard field goal. And after trailing 24-7, the Cardinal come back to force overtime. In OT, Colby Parkinson, he tips this KJ Pascal pass to himself and grabs a 23-yard touchdown to give Stanford a 38-31 lead. So could Oregon respond? 4th and goal. Justin Herbert's pass is deflected and intercepted by Al-Amin Murphy, giving the 7th-ranked Cardinal a come-from-behind win over the Ducks. Stanford improves to 4-0. So the Oakland A's, Trevor Cahill going for them this afternoon at 1:05. They could know by first pitch if they got a playoff spot, since the Tampa Bay Rays start at 10:05 this morning. I'm Andrea Nakano, KPIX 5.